Hey guys, I hope everybody's well. I'm just listening to some music in the background. I'm about to shuffle. We're going to use 3 decks. And just a reminder that today at 3 Eastern Standard Time is our circle, so you're welcome to join. It's free. Just sign up on the website betweenbothworlds.com. Okay? So we're going to use this relationship oracle deck. We're going to use a tarot deck. And then we're going to use like a persona deck. Okay. So we're going to get some different information today than what we maybe usually get. So we'll see. Be open-minded to receive what is for you and leave the rest. Please ask your higher self to know if this reading is for you or not. Okay. I'm bringing messages to the collective for their highest and greatest good, surrounded in divine white light and love, and so it is. Okay, let's see. What would you like to share today, Spirit? The Sun. Aw, happiness, joy, the divine, your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, your inner child, what you're creating. Like you bring the light. Okay, you are the light. Okay. And I feel like regardless of what people have to say or how they feel about it, it literally has no impact on your life at all. 5 of Swords in the reverse is like no action, nothing you say or do against a chosen one of the divine is going to affect them in the way that you think. It's going to come back to you. Okay, there's something here that is like, it only brings this and it like elevates this in some way. All right, regardless of these games that they're trying to play, I feel like they're playing and losing at their own game. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Like them being able to affect your reality is over. I feel like maybe there was a plan to really affect your reality, but I feel like it's game over. I'm getting like game over. Queen of Cups energy. I feel like you're unfazed. Okay, and again, like you very much have evolved past the situation. Okay, I feel like there is something that you desire that this energy cannot bring to the table. Okay? There is this recognizing of, you know, what's worthy, what isn't worthy. I feel like you realize that you were worthy of more, regardless of what this person thought or did. And I feel like you removed yourself from a situation where maybe somebody didn't have the best of intentions with you. You were looking for something different than maybe what this person was looking for. And as a result, you chose to believe in that. You chose to be hopeful about that. You chose to be optimistic about that whatever this is not for you. And you're choosing something that is for you. And until then, you're good. You're totally good. I feel like God showed you somebody's truth. Okay? And you had to make a difficult decision and close out something that was very difficult to close out. I feel like you came from a place of love the entire time. I feel like you held yourself in a high regard. Like you handled yourself with grace and dignity. Okay, regardless of the lies spread on your name, I feel like your character speaks for itself. Okay, I feel like, you know, with the Lovers here, this could have been like someone left you to be with another lover, or they chose work over you, or they chose their family over you. There's some sort of like decision that was made or choice that was made. I feel like everybody has free will choice, and what I'm getting is that you let them. So you're like, okay, if you want to go and play house over here, go right ahead. I know what I want and I know what I deserve. And I feel like you didn't settle for less than. Okay, I feel like this energy may have wanted you to feel less than, but I feel like that only made you stronger, right? That made you closer to God as a result of all this. That's beautiful. Okay. God's like, I got something better for you. Just wait. Yeah, look. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of competition here. There was a lot of having to overcome things. I feel like this energy wanted to do nothing but put obstacles in your way. But I feel like these obstacles you persevered through, no matter what, like what was sent your way. I feel like you overcame quite a bit, right? I feel like you overcoming what they set your way kind of like created some sort of freedom for you, some sort of liberation. I feel like this whole experience liberated you in some sort of way. I feel like you went through an awakening here with the Judgment. There's some sort of like freeing yourself from the matrix, the cage here that maybe was, you know, either self-imposed or maybe others put you in a cage because they didn't want you to be free. I feel like you're like this free spirit now, and that's beautiful. You're a beautiful free spirit. You're meant to be free, not caged. This energy wanted to cage you up. Yeah, Page of Swords here. And then there's Six of Pentacles here. So somebody, it's like there's this like understanding, watching, observing from afar of you working with others, okay, in various ways, right? There is this like mentoring, helping, sharing information, maybe wisdom, guidance. You know, I feel like this is a bit of mentoring here. So I feel like there's those who wanted to keep you caged up, couldn't, like it was unsuccessful. You're free and clear. And they're watching you do what you came here to do with the Six of Pentacles. It's like what you put out, you receive back. They're watching, you receive, okay? Where they are not receiving, okay? They're out in the cold. There's this, you know, not having what they want, okay? The burden, okay? They wanted to burden you so much that you couldn't help other people. But I feel like the end result here is that they burden themselves instead. You're not burdened by what they tried to keep you locked up with, right? I feel like you freed yourself. God freed you from this whole situation. So you could move on and receive what you deserve, which is the sun, which is happiness, joy, you know, wish fulfillment. Like everything is going your way. I feel like you have a blank slate now. Like you can create whatever you want. And I feel like you learn to love yourself, and you learn that like even in this situation, like maybe it's not the best type of fish. Maybe you have a tank and you're like, oh, you know, I want to fill it up with the coolest fish. You got to start somewhere. I feel like you're like, okay, I'm going to start somewhere, and I'm going to start with me. Page of Cups is like you giving yourself the love you deserve, even though like, you know, the situation might have been meh. But I feel like you made the best out of it. You stayed optimistic. Okay, there's other like fish in the sea kind of reference here. All right. You may have had a goldfish growing up, Queen of Wands energy, and then we have the High Priestess energy. So I feel like, you know, whatever the situation was, it helped to get you into your passion, your purpose, inspired, creative, and kind of do your own thing and stand in your own energy. I feel like, you know, the energy that, you know, that was projected onto you, I feel like you made something with it, okay? You created something with it. You were empowered, right? You used it as a way to kind of like invest in yourself and what you like to do. Like maybe a hobby came out of this, or maybe some sort of higher learning, wisdom, experience, things that maybe you've always been like guided to learn about, and we're following that guidance. There's a bit of like empowerment here, spiritual empowerment, spiritual lessons playing out here, higher wisdom and knowledge being accessed. So this is like you working with your higher self, tied into like a purpose. I feel like you're sharing your experiences because it's tied to your purpose here, okay? So the lessons you've learned to date have been a catalyst for your growth and development. And potentially like massive transformations here. I mean, I would say you've gone through like the dark night of the soul, the ego death, spiritual awakening, ascension process. Like, you're here to help those who need help in the darkness, right? You are the sun after all. So this is what you're here to do. You're here to help people, you know, see the bright side of things, okay, and help them through this transition, okay? There's going to be mass awakenings, okay? So many of us are being prepared to be of service, okay? And I feel like high priest, high priestess, right? Queen of Wands energy, like empowered souls, awakened souls, okay? Those who have been awakened and are no longer stuck in the cage, okay? Representing a matrix, a program. All right, there is this intuitiveness about you, this insight, this deep knowing, spiritual knowing, you know, going within for the guidance, keeping to yourself, knowing that like you have to discern what's for you, what's not for you, and keeping to oneself too. Like, you know, you're not out there for everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? So like this is like a special King of Wands here. Who's this King of Wands? The Star and the Lovers. Okay, so someone who has been on a similar journey as you might actually have some common ground, because I do have a High Priestess, King of Wands, and in between that is the Hermit and the Star, which are very similar energies. There might be an age gap. Doesn't have to be though, but super similar energies. You might be in different locations in the world, but very much tapping into universal energy and working with this, okay? And I feel like this could also represent twins in the situation too. Twin flames, potentially soulmates, divine counterparts. This is coming together with a common purpose here. Queen and King of Wands. So here are the counterparts that I was talking about. King and Queen of Wands here. Both inspired, both empowered, both healing abandonment wounds, stepping into their purpose, closing out karmic cycles with the Wheel of Fortune, overcoming massive obstacles, okay? Some that would like blow your socks off. And then there's this like free spirit about them, all right? So 6 of Swords and the Star. Okay, so I just want to like... Oh, I just got the 2 of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. So there could be some incoming communication that might need to go, like you need to go up with it, like work with, you know, your spiritual team, right? Trust your guides and the information that you receive. I feel like there could be a change in direction for you. But I feel like this is like a divine mission here. Like this is a divine contract that you have. And it has something to do with these individuals here. And then I have, it has something to do with like your abilities, you're mastering something. So again, that's what that contract is. It's like everything you've experienced was like a stepping stone to this mastery so that you can do what you came here to do, which is part of your soul contract. Okay, there is a change in direction because it's going to be time soon, and you're going to have to possibly pack light, okay? Energetically pack light. Okay, it is something that you love to do, so have faith that you are going to do something that you love and love what you do. Yeah, this is part of, you know, you moving forward, right? This is fast action. This is like in alignment as well. You have persevered through what you needed to. Okay, I'm gonna get 2 more cards. I just saw the 10 of Cups. So you could be seeing 10, 10, and then I have an Ace of Pentacles. So beautiful opportunity coming in that is going to bring a lot of happiness and growth here. Okay, and then I have a Tower. All right, so it's, look at like these 2 people are just like walking out just in time. So I feel like, you know, some others are not going to be benefiting from their circumstances because of the actions that they have taken. I feel like, however, your experience will be different, right? I feel like this is going to be visible. I feel like many people's experiences and choices in life are playing out in their physical reality right now. And as things come crashing down, that means new things are going to have to be created. And I feel like that's part of what you're here to do, is to create that new experience, anchoring in this love vibration in a new reality. And I feel like the old reality is falling down, and the new reality where we support, love, and help one another, regardless of the age or race or creed or where you come from, like borderless, okay? In the sense of like, you know, love one another, unity consciousness, okay? The old systems are crashing so that the new systems can come up, and that is what some of us are here to help create here. So you do have an important contract here, soul contract. Yeah, and not everybody wanted you to succeed in this. So I feel like it's not up to them. It's not up to them. All right, so let's get a bit more information about some stuff. We're going to use these other decks and play around. So if you guys could hold on 1 second, and we'll get some more information. So let's talk about the Queen and King of Wands for a second. Who is this Queen of Wands? What is some information you can share with me about this? Thank you. Queen of Wands. It's a number 6. Our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. Aw, that's nice. Sorry if you guys can't see all these cards. What else do you want to share? What does the King of Wands want to say? They're both in their purpose. They're both motivated. They're both inspired. They're creative. They take action, inspired action, when they receive guidance. High Priestess and the Hermit. Okay, and the Star. Okay, those are some very, like, major arcana. All right, our destiny is calling. Preparations are underway to take the next step. Okay, and then we have, I feel like I don't deserve your love. I'm worried you'll leave me when you see who I really am. I feel like both of you may have experienced unrequited love in the past. This could very much be what you're healing from. I watch you on social media and the internet. It's my way of staying close and finding out more about you. Ooh, this little spy are you. All right. We are coming into union. Okay, so there's a tidbit here. Anything else you want to spill the beans on? Yeah, you have more cards here? All right. We're getting some tea today. I watch you on social media. Say hi. I just got out of the shower, so say hi, friends. Everybody in the comments, say hi to your secret admirers. All right, mirrors. Yeah, I was picking up the twin thing. Separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. Yeah, the King and Queen of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. Please contact me. I may not respond, but knowing you care opens my heart. So maybe somebody wants you to know that they are often thinking about you, like in a fond way. Maybe they wish that you could contact them, but maybe right now is not the time, right? Yeah. Maybe there was a bit of like validation that this person may have needed in the past, or maybe this person received a lot of validation from others in the past. Karmic ties. I'm accessing past life wisdom. It's helping me understand things with a new perspective. Yeah, I feel like you've been both doing a lot of deep diving here. And then I also got, we were talking things. When we're talking, things just come out of my mouth, and afterward, I'm not even sure why I said them. Okay, so sometimes maybe there's communication between the two of you that maybe you feel like might be misinterpreted, so you hold back. There could be fears that come out as a result of experiences in past lives. So when you're telepathically communicating or just daydreaming and thinking about this energy, when we're talking, things just come out of my mouth, and afterwards I'm not even sure why I said them. So I feel like, you know, maybe someone's feeling a bit like I have to be careful of what I say. There's a fear of like being authentic and vulnerable is what I'm getting. There's a vulnerability fear here. And again, like that ties to like an abandonment wound. So you both have that in common. I have like two 1111s here. This is actually the 1111 card itself, where you're coming into union, and then I have these two. So you might be seeing a lot of that. I want to know everything about you, but I hold myself back from asking. I'm afraid I'll get in too deep. Okay. So yeah, there's that vulnerability coming up. Okay. Yeah, maybe you guys haven't felt like you've had a lot of support in the past from people that you were either friends with, family with, or in, you know, in a relationship with. So it's like you heavily rely on yourself, because there might have been like, hey, I really can't count on people around me. They have shown me that I can't count on them. So again, the Hermit is significant. The Star is significant. So you probably pour yourself into something else, right? Like wisdom, knowledge, esoteric, maybe even some practices of some kind, and connecting to, you know, other worlds. I feel like there's a bit of like wishing upon a star. So I feel like, you know, it's almost like you guys have been dreaming about connecting with one another for eons. And I feel like it's happening in this lifetime, and everything you've experienced to this point was for preparation of this union. Okay? Everything was preparation for this union. Like, you've got to be God tough on this twin flame journey if this reading is resonating for you. Or just, it doesn't even have to be a twin flame thing. It's literally just, you know, you integrating with your higher self. Okay? It's about you, you know, ascending the ego and the lower vibrations, and, you know, again, ascending into the higher vibrations, the higher frequencies, your higher self. Okay. And that's the whole, you know, game plan, is to ascend while you're in your physical body. And that is to, I need to be strong in who I am before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D. I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. Yeah, I think that's a common thing that we're all feeling. I feel like, you know, we in our collective have experienced quite a lot of toxic relationships, you know, even to the point of like, I know I've been through like lots of narcissistic abuse. I was married to a narcissist, and then I dated a bit, and then I was engaged to a narcissist. And narcissism also runs in my family line. So it was something that I was meant to learn from, and I did. And now I'm sharing it with anyone else I possibly can, right? Number 3, I've been learning about twin flames. It feels right to me. So, you know, if anybody really knows me very well, it's not something I talk about freely. Like, it's not something I'm not a twin flame channel. I'm not a, you know, like, it's not like, something I tend to focus on a lot, but I've been called to pull, information for you guys regarding this twin flame process. And there must be a few in our collective. So that's for you guys. I feel like there very much could be someone resonating with this. I'm feeling controlled by people around me, and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power again. I can totally relate to this right now. I do not like being told what to do at all. So I feel like, you know, specifically because I have unlocked myself from this cage, and I will never be put in a cage again. And so I feel like I relate to the fact that I'm feeling controlled by people around me, and I don't like it. And I'm pushing me to find my power again. So you may have very much been in a position of, you know, finding your spark, finding your creativity, stepping into your power, being your sovereign self. Okay, so I feel like there's a bit of that. So I thought it would be fun to get more details on this. Okay, so I'm going to use another deck. And this is like a persona deck. So what this does is it gives us information about the different energies that, one, could be in our collective, two, that we could have been dealing with and healing from, as well as what's on the horizon. Okay, so this could come in a love situation, a friendship, a partnership. Okay, so be open to receive what the advice is. Okay, don't make something fit if it doesn't fit. All right, so if we were going to talk about some energies that are showing up in this reading, if you could share with us some cards, some info, some advice about this, that would be great and helpful. I'm just going to get a bunch of cards out and I'm going to read them. This does go over like signs, zodiac signs, as well as like the different houses. It talks about character traits. It talks about strengths, weaknesses. So it kind of talks about the type of energy that is that Spirit is calling out for this particular reading. Okay, I'm just letting them come out, guys. Okay, so just give me a minute, and then I'll go into them. Okay, all of these. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm not doing reverses or sideways or anything like that. It's going to be upright. Okay. Is that it? That's it. Leadership, bottom of the deck. For my leaders, Sun in the 10th house, Capricorn, I use. Okay. Leadership, professionally oriented, authoritative, won't take orders, political acumen, motivated worker, ambition, status, constant improvement, and gets it done. Now, you're about to accomplish great things because of your drive to achieve status and success. You can be hard to please, as few people can match your high ideals. So maybe you push, like, people have to meet you where you're at, okay? Interesting. Okay, so let me pick some of these up. I'm going to start talking about them. Oof. There's some interesting energy here. Let me know if there's one of these that resonates with you specifically. Okay, I would love to like get some engagement on this because this is so fun. All right, so the one that I have in my hand is about Mars in the 3rd house, Gemini, I think. Okay, so this is saying high-strung, witty, alert, energetic, glib, blunt, direct, trivial arguments, opinionated, writer, publisher, know-it-all, sarcastic, hurtful words, talented with their hands. So you can possibly debate a topic you don't even care about just for argument's sake. Your confidence and penchant for learning makes you opinionated. Next, Uranus in the 12th house, Pisces, I believe. So this is somebody who works from behind the scenes. Okay, so we're getting, so escapism, sees the future, ingenious, fracturing ego structures, otherworldly, contributes without needing recognition, crosses between worlds, and is unconventional. You ask to release egoic structures from previous incarnations. Over time, the dissolution of ego will bring a spiritual merging with the collective unconscious. Wow. This is some high priestess energy right here. All right, next, pleasure. Sun in the 5th house, Leo, I will. All right, so this says fun-loving, unforgettable, expressive, center stage, self-confident, creative, proud, happy, maybe a bit dramatic, maybe a bit arrogant, romantic, daring, and seeks amusement. Pleasure is a motivating factor for you. But even more important is seeking a creative outlet that brings recognition for your many talents and abilities. Oh, we have some great creators here. That's beautiful. All right, the next one is about expansive horizon. Jupiter in the 9th house, Sagittarius, I see. So this would be adventurous, relaxed, lucky, curious, inspirational, freedom, loving, honest, travel, brings wealth, gossipy, generous, intelligent, easygoing, and philosophical. Your adventures bring you a wealth of experience and information and knowledge and money, and you love to share ideas and things you found with others. So this is like you being very someone who kind of influences and shares and kind of is like a leader of the pack, is adventurous. I also have ownership. This talks about sun in the house, in the 2nd house, Taurus. I have. So somebody may prioritize security, ownership, staying power, acquisition. So they're very businessy, very mathy. Keeps promises, solid foundations, values material possessions, wealthy, financial acumen, asset-based values. Your value is not found in the quality or quantity of your possessions. Instead, it is your staying power toward things and people in your life. We have Aries energy, rising, ascending as well. Dynamic, forthright, trigger happy, impulsive, competitive, fast, daring, impatient, action oriented, independent, direct, get things going but burns out quickly. Starting things is easy, but when ambition fizzles, be a ram and use your head to remove the obstacles that stand in the way of finishing what you started. So this is about finishing up the projects and, you know, starting something and ending something with the same amount of energy. We also have longing for belonging. This is moon in the 4th house of Cancer, I feel. And so we're going to talk about, this is about someone who has aesthetics taste, artistic flair, observant, yearns for home. Like they're very like creative mindset. Attached to mother, security, nostalgia, home is a refuge, could be shy, moods fluctuate by the lunar cycles. So this could be with intense, almost clingy feelings towards mother and home. You value comfort, security, and heirlooms. Take time to beautify your home. Beautiful. We also have Mercury in the 5th house, Leo, I feel. Vocally creative, engaging communicator, impersonator, actor, witty, prankster, loves games, comfort, proud parent, over promises, talkative, lies easily, and hides intentions. Falling in love radically changes your life as your lover becomes the muse of your creative expression. You love telling stories and making people laugh. That sounds awesome. We have someone here, Venus in the 4th house, Cancer, I feel. They're very sentimental. Discreet, domestic, tasteful decorator, inspires trust, nurturing, homebody, smothering, overprotective, helpful, loves spending time with family and friends. Everything that you love and makes you feel loved is at home, which you fill with harmony and visually appealing things. Home is where your heart is. Well, that's somebody in our collective. Also in our collective is somebody who is no longer looking back, okay? Venus in the 3rd house, Gemini. I think peaceful, tactful, emotionally expressive, convincing, changing moods, word play, cultured, talent for music, art, and writing, flirtatious, can be mean, can't stay put. You're a sapophil, loving to express yourself through impressive words and word pictures. If you get bored in a relationship, you move on and never look back. Fierce. Someone's fierce. Venus in the 2nd house, Taurus. I have extravagant. sincere, loves beautiful things, elegant, sensual, generous, wants reciprocation, strong values, committed relationships, either value driven or materialistic. You form attachments to possession and people and are caring and overprotective lover. If there's something to gain, you'll work hard to achieve it. Very nice. Moon in the third house, Gemini, I think, says the quiet part out loud. Oh my God, if you're a Gemini, this is like blueprint here. Says the quiet part out loud. Okay. Responsive, engaging, good memory, intellectualizes emotions. Interesting. Expressive, unfiltered, restless, chatty, curious, talent impersonator, conversational. You strongly believe you make decisions based on rational thinking processes, but in fact, you rely far more on intuition and emotion than you realize. So this is you tapping into your higher self. Mars in the 9th house, Sagittarius. I know. Somebody might have a motorcycle. New horizons, dream chaser. You're progressive, stubborn, self-righteous, opinionated, excitable, traveler, inspiring author, sex as a sport, heated discussions, exchanging ideas. Your passion for life is unequaled and you want to learn and experience it all. Try to accept that there is no absolute truth and allow others to find their own way. Very good. I got a couple more, guys. Venus in the 7th house, Libra. I balance. Harmonious. So this would be someone who is looking for an ideal partner. They're committed. They're love crazy. They tend to be a peacekeeper. They like things to be in harmony. They're very enjoyable. They rarely argue. They're very supportive, balanced. Over attached. They won't make waves and they could over compromise. So this could be a bit of you in the past, or this is something you're looking for, like somebody who can compromise, someone who does like to have harmony. Or this could be you that I'm talking about. You are so intent on giving your partner a happy life that you easily are taken advantage of. Look for someone who also wants to work on the relationship. Okay, so maybe this is what you're striving for in this new path of yours, is someone to have harmony with. Next up is Neptune in the 1st house, Aries. I am. This talks about unsure of your personal identity. You could be artistic, takes on the identity of others, suspicious, don't know who you are, unclear objectives, peaceful, dreamy, poor boundaries, just lets life happen. People take advantage of your hesitancy to assert your will, triggering in an aggressiveness with boundaries. You often feel are crossed when that thing wasn't necessarily their intention, but I feel like this is you standing up and speaking your truth. And so I feel like maybe somebody's been a bit of a wet blanket here. No more. Mercury in the house, Aquarius, 11th house. I know. Unorthodox ideas. Inquisitive, intelligent, loves debate, rational, seeks new ways to do things. Possibly multitasks, collective ideas, sociable, gets sidetracked, can be manipulative, and can be picky. You can talk about anything to anyone and have 10 ideas to their one. Vast vision, ambition, and problem solving bring success, but focus is a challenge for you. Okay. Next one, Gemini rising, ascending, curious, thorough, sophisticated, complacent, intelligent, domineering, observant, insecure, charming, conversationalist, talkative, inquisitive, clingy, and open. You often take risks because you crave the purpose and focus the challenge brings. Desire for freedom and variety motivates you to travel and learn new things. Geminis. Then we have a Capricorn, moon in the 10th house, Capricorn. I use an emotional need for acknowledgement. So some of us may be in this energy. You may feel, moments of popularity. You're charismatic, responsible, publicly influential, changing goals, overcoming obstacles. You love to work, you're ambitious, and you honor the family name. Some of you may have a strong need to be recognized for your professional achievements, which are many and varied. It's important that you love what you do. Okay. This was interesting. So, let me know which one you identify with if you want to share. If you don't want to share, that's totally fine. But I find that this does bring, you know, a bit of discussion even. Like, some of these cards are great, and there's so many things that, like, I pick up here that are, you know, strengths and weaknesses, and I appreciate that they're both present here in this deck. Awesome. All right, you guys, I hope you have the most amazing day. Just a reminder, circles at 3. If you are not on the Zoom invite yet, sign up on the website, betweenbothworlds.com. You can also book readings there. Feel free to do that. And I will see you on the next one. Take care now.